y'all, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot sec, but we are now back. I wanted to wait until I had a moment alone to film this intro, just because I want to give you guys a quick update about what's been happening. So I did previously in December film another part to this Minecraft series, except that footage, it kind of got corrupted. So instead, I'll give you a quick recap as to what happened during that time period. And I also have spent a little bit of time just in and out, clearing a couple trees here and there. Haven't done a whole lot of progress though. But we have gone mining. We have loads of iron and copper, some wool, bread. We've got all our stock that we just kind of need to organize. I have not done a whole lot more to the caves, I don't believe. Forgive me if I lied. We've got Sir Periwinkle still here standing guard. And now what we have done is I have cleared out a whole... Oh, I forgot I have data pack in case I have not mentioned it. I do have the data pack where mobs can drop heads, and I have a little rainbow sheep. So, yay, pride. I have cleared out a ton of trees in this area because I would like to change the default trees, and I'd like to attempt to make a custom tree at some point. Maybe today, maybe a little later. We'll see. But we have our farms. I've been working on the cows, and now what you may have noticed that kind of... Oh, what's the phrase? I don't know the phrase off the top of my head. Is that phrase? That's gonna kill me. Okay, well, we have a building, not a house. So this is the first ever proper building I did on my own. Like, I had a game plan, some inspiration pictures, but this is the first one that I kind of built fully. We have a library, level 30 enchants, which is pretty cool. We've got our barrel with all of our stuff down here, and just a little tiny storage room just for some extra stuff. Now, ideally, I would get a little villager to put back here, but I don't know, because I also would like to figure out armor stands. That is another data pack that I would like to either add or check if I have and try to figure out, because I think it's a really cool data pack that you can just make your builds come more alive. And so here I have been spending some time fishing, because I don't play about fishing in video games. If there's fishing, I will be doing it. Now here, I have been trying to figure out a design because I want to build a storage space, but I'm not a big fan of what I've been trying to design. So I might change that. Instead of doing a whole storage building, I'm thinking I might start a little storage tunnel area, if that makes sense. So this will tunnel and it will go down right here, because after standing out and looking, that is the perfect little spot for a little tunnel area. And so I will tunnel in, and then I will also be able to connect that with my starter house. And now eventually, I do want to add in some sort of tower up here, like maybe like a little wizard type tower up here. I want to add a little fishing hut right here in this little area, as well as like a little pier, so that way passing boats, because I can take this river all the way to the ocean and the village. And so what I would also like to do is try to sort of work on this. I have a vision, you see, of so I would like tendrils of netherrack and crimson and warped and magma just corrupting, and maybe even going into our farms here. I probably do need to... Did I seriously... I don't know. Okay. I would like to probably terraform this, because this is not looking too hot. So maybe fix up this. Instead of making it such a sudden drop off, make it a lot more gradual. Probably, realistically, I'd end up ending the river here, and I'd make this like a little pathway with corruption kind of coming out, and not going too crazy like up the mountain. It would probably end about right there. But I also need to add in a little barn for my animals. I don't know if I'm going to do it this side of the river or that side, because I'm thinking about doing my little townhouses here, as I would like to make ideally one house or one type of building for every sort of profession, because I want to make it almost a medieval village and possibly either build a castle on that end or this end of the tower or of the mountain range. So I'm still not 100% certain as to what my goals will be, but I've got some rough drafts. The amount of difficulty I have had so far with recording this is insane. I recorded going through this and how I rebuilt the tower, which I'm quite happy with now. I just would like to get some vines. I realized that I had the framing, like the recording, it was cropped. So I couldn't use that footage because the entire thing was cropped and you were missing half my screen. So I'm going to do a quick rundown. This is my new enchanting setup. It does level 30. You may be wondering why I have obsidian in my inventory, 20 obsidian blocks. It's because I've been terraforming. I was on a call with my friend and I was bored, so I started terraforming. Because I want to get rid of this. I want to just make it like a little lower valley, and then on the hill, that's where I'm going to keep my farm. Now I have some farm designs, so what really we need to do is, let me reach over and grab this. I need to mark out what I want to do. I also need to find a new spot for my nether portal, but that's going to be another task for another moment. We have my storage space. Everything is organized. Don't know if I went over my riches, but I am quite rich. Thank you very much. I need to work on this, make that pretty. Actually, I wanted to get dirt. That's what I came into my storage room for. Dirt. We've been using a lot of it. So I need to go mining for some dirt, I think. But I need to finish this up. I think I'm going to open up the roof a little bit more. We've got our dog. I moved that stuff into the storage room. And we have all of our animals here. But as you can tell, it probably is not quite that good. I think I want to do something with the portal right here. I don't know what yet. Because my original plan was to make it like a little corrupted area, but I'm not feeling that quite so much anymore. Okay, oops. Okay, that's not working. Great. Okay, there we go. Let me just, stupid flowers. I love the ambience and like the details that it adds. There's just so many of them. Although, putting it with my little compactor, I think that's what it is. No. What's it called? A compactor? Composter. That's kind of the move that I've been doing. Let me smooth this out, because I would like for this to become where I have all my animals. And I made a list. I want to have the animals like above ground in the farm, in like the barn area. But oh, okay, sure. I want to also have more productive things underground, so that way like it still looks pretty, but it's very productive. Like I want to have a chicken cooker, lava chicken thing underground, as well as a wool farm, which should be simple enough just with some observers and things. I don't do redstone. I've never done redstone before. I have done simple one time about 5 years ago. I made an item sorter. Now, I have not made an item sorter since, so it has been 5 years since I last did redstone. But what I would like to do is just map out. I don't know if I want the barn to be overlooking there, because I want to make like a little pond next to the barn. I think that would be fun, like a cute little detail. And another thing that I'm going to have to do is try to figure out how to make custom trees, because I would love to still be in a forest, but I don't want to be in this type of birch forest. I want to have custom trees and everything. So that will be an interesting little side project to figure out how to make a custom tree. Because if you can tell, as that is the first proper build I have ever made, I've never properly done building before. This world is kind of like my little testing ground to see what I actually can do in this game. Because sure, I've played Minecraft for like 10 years, but that doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. Now, is this a good size? Because I want to have... It needs to be bigger, because I would like to have an open middle and then have a couple of pens on each side. Like that would be our like so-called decoy sheep and chicken. Okay. I think what I might end up doing in my free time in between classes is just some, you know, fun little deforestation. Now, while I have y'all here, I'm questioning about whether or not I should start live streaming, because I did it a couple years ago and I really enjoyed it. And I think that would help me stay a bit more motivated than just doing videos, as I have been having problems with videos. So I am considering live streaming. The only problem is I don't know whether or not to use Twitch or YouTube, because realistically, if I'm just starting out live streaming, I'm not doing both. That is not happening. So I kind of... Hold on. Yeah, I think I like that height. Is this uneven? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Doorway should be bigger. There we go, that's our doorway. Now, realistically, I cannot do both platforms at once, even though I know that is an option that I could do. Okay, I actually kind of like this. So I am going to have to decide one or the other. I am leaning more towards Twitch because I know how that platform works live streaming. Even though I do not like the amount of ads that you get, because I do watch live streams, of course. I watch a lot of Hermitcraft, POW SMP type live streams. So I do know that Twitch gets annoying with the amount of ads that they have. But I do really want to learn how to live stream properly. Wait. Okay, that's a bit too short, but I like that shape that I'm going for. Okay. Oop, sapling. Now the question, I really, see, this is the problem that I'm having. I want blocks that I do not have. So actually, I had this idea, thought process. Stick with me here. I want to make a to-do list, but in game. So that way everybody, all of us can see it. See, this is what I have been doing with the flowers. Boop, 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 and boop. Because I have so many birch saplings. And I get bone meal, which is lovely. There's got to be a more efficient way to do this, but this is the amount of redstone I have. Why is that so loud? Blocks, there we go. Okay. Now, if I get some of my many, many logs that I have. Actually, no, I don't need that many. I've got a pillager head. There's been lots of pillagers. Okay, this is a lot, guys. There we go. If we make all of that into planks, part of it into wood sticks. Okay, we've got our signs. So first thing, wood for the barn. Oh, wood for barn. Now the problem is, I want pale and mangrove. And mangrove. I don't know where those biomes are. Now, realistically, I know I have the seed. I have a bunch of coordinates saved on a piece of paper. I know realistically I could just look it up on Chunk Finder, but I also want to kind of explore the world for myself. So this is kind of one of the biggest things that I'm thinking about live streaming for. I want to get this as well. Oh my goodness, I'm really bad at Minecraft, guys. As well as bamboo scaffolding. Because I'm sick of using dirt, guys. It's getting old. I also have glass bottles because I want to make mud paths. We have make mud paths because I would like to make it a lot nicer. I'd like to make like a little path around, maybe replace this as soon as I move them over there. I'd like to make a little pond and then like trees. So basically, I'm keeping this video short because I've had so many problems and I've become sick of it, guys. I'm tired. I want to get this out and do more stuff. I'm considering, okay. Hold on. We're going to sit with a pretty background. Because I also need to do this, but this might be an off-screen thing. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to sit in here. You can hear the water. That's just annoying. I've gone through, lit up more of the cave, because when I was going through this pathway, you could hear the mobs, and I was just getting sick of it. There we go. Okay. Chit-chat moment. Now, there we go, because I don't have the Zoom mod, because I need to update all my software. I want to start streaming, and I think I will be tomorrow. If I upload this video on Thursday, I will be streaming on Friday, I believe. I will be linking my Twitch channel down below, because that is where I will most likely be streaming if I don't figure out YouTube, because I'm not figuring out 2 platforms at once. But I will say this, just so that way I keep, because I hate it when like people live stream but then like you're kept out of the loop and you feel like you're missing out just because you don't have time to watch live streams. I don't want to be that person where it's like, oh, you missed the live stream, or you don't have Twitch. That's too bad. I'll probably end up posting VODs on this channel rather than a different channel, just because it's a lot easier that way, especially since I am just starting out. So you will be getting extended cuts of me working on my base and everything. I'll probably also include me finding inspiration photos because I desperately need to do that. So yeah. This definitely has been one of my shortest videos yet, because I have been trying to pump out longer videos because that's just what I like to watch personally. But because there's so much going on just with this world, not really this world, with this video. I've just decided to get it over with. I have some pretty cool plans that will be happening. I don't have a camera yet, so there will be no camera for the live streams. I've thought about it, but I don't want to deal with ordering an expensive camera and then deciding not to do this, even though this has kind of just become my side little hobby, recording videos and stuff. But okay, it is recording. I just had to check to make sure it was actually recording. But I will probably be, I don't know if I'll find ways to include pictures on my stream, whether that's like creating like a little Google Drive file that's exclusively for my photos that I take of my drawings, because I do like to sketch out what I want to build first, because that's just the type of person I am. It's not very detailed whatsoever, just very basic with like blocks listed. But yeah, I think that might just about wrap it up for now. If you end up watching this today or tomorrow when it gets posted, I don't have a definite time where I will be live. I just will be at some point. I'd probably say midday to late afternoon Eastern time. I'll just keep you guys updated whenever I wake up. I'm a college student. Fridays are my day off as of right now. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.